Hey, good early evening. Welcome back to the Den of Iniquity. It's Ken Shaving and BSing, home of your original Big Shave Best champion, as always. And today, this evening, this is going to be number 42 in the blade review series. Recently, I received some new blades from two buddies, John Gilmore and Tristan Archer. If you know them, drop a little comment in there. Say hi, because I know they watch. And I'm going to go over the blades. I'm going to do the feature one last, but I'll show you what I got in. And so I made a trade with Tristan for some of the soaps I mentioned that I'm selling. And it was kind of neat because it was a soap base I didn't have from grooming department. I ended up inheriting one of the duck fat soaps. It's a Neroli Sem. Don't remember the name off the top of my head, but I've looked it up. But he sent me Valencia, and this is, I believe, a vegan base, if I remember correctly. And then Local Gent Shaving Company Aquanaut, which you can't get anymore because Local Gent is no longer around, but you can trade for it or buy it from someone. One of the scents I considered buying at Big Shave West 2017, I went for Kona Colada and the Eucalyptus and Mint, which I love. And then he sent me a little sample of Barrister and Man Terror. And the blades I'm about to go over. I traded Lavender from the Lather line. No, Lavender Oceana. And then I had a sample of just a straight up lather, which is the black label, which did have a little bit of a little licorice note, which was neat. And I had a little sample left of the it was dropped off. It was at the last meetup of the older version of Leviathan. By the way, new labels are coming out. If you haven't seen posts from Barrister and Man, some good options out there. I got an email. I voted for two of them in order. I know really Will was probably asking for one, but some neat graphics that he's looking at doing. Going back to that, also I sent my Lavender aftershave splash or whatever it is, and he's kind of a Barrister and Man guy, so it made sense. Plus, I think it was a fair trade. Now the blades, he was very kindly to send me some blades. He sent me some pictures. I checked off ones I hadn't tried. So I've used the Shark Super Stainless. So we got the Shark Super Chrome. Those will be coming up. He also sent me Apache by Persona, which looks like it's made for the Chinese market based on the writing. Yeah, it's hard to say. Could be Japanese based on the blocking. I don't know my scripts. It doesn't look as elegant. I'm going to assume Japanese, but I could be wrong both ways. It could be Korean. Hell if I know. But it's for the Asian market. Tiger Platinum, made in the Czech Republic. Also, Tatra Platinum, made in the Czech Republic, so I'm assuming same company. By the way, the font is on the wrapping. And Zaza Super Stainless, which I forget where they're from, but that's another one I know that's out there. Yeah, there's no other writing on this, on the Apache, except it says am safe, and then by the blocking I want to say Japanese, but don't hold me to that. Okay, so we're going to do, and the last one, let's get to it. So John Gilmore here in San Antonio area sent me this nice note. He's a close buddy, both a good friend and geographically close. He said, if you ever find yourself having a bad day, go to the mirror, look yourself straight in the eye, and tell yourself that you're a winner. So he sent me a winner blade that's made by Gillette. Look up close. And I'm going to assume this looks like for the Indian market. I haven't looked up where it's made, but I would assume it's for the Indian market based on the graphic. So it comes kind of light double wrapped. Let me see. It's not completely around. No glue buds. Oh, no, little glue buds. Take that back. Little glue buds. One-sided. And let's see, get stuff in. Yeah, crap and crap. Alright, so it says on each side, besides the has a kind of an O and a 2, but it says the same thing. Winner, Gillette, Special Platinum, both sides. And we're going to load that into our Rockwell 6S plate R4. We got two days growth. I shaved Monday in anticipation. No, Monday? Shaved Sunday, so it's about 3 days growth. Yeah, so a little more than normal. And we're going to use the same method, but we're not using the same exact soap. Normally I use the fragrance-free CK1 for Phoenix shaving. But between using the shampoo puck of the scent I'm going to show you in a second, and I've been using the 4711 Eau de Cologne just to feel fresh out of the shower, and a little refresher at lunchtime just because it has 0 hang time. We're going to go with Planet 9 in the Crown Kings or CK1 formula now. Same soap base, so nothing changes. Same prep. We're going to use the cube. I just did a face wash, as a matter of fact, to clean the face up and get some warm water on it prior to putting warm water on. Atomic Rocket brush right over here at the ready. Blade is loaded. We're going to talk about how the Gillette Winner works for my beard and skin type. So let's wet the face, kids. So on Facebook, there is a group that I'm in. It's for, to help out people making videos. And I guess I'm going to have to post there because there are 3 big video makers that have more subscribers than I am, whether it's 400 more or whatever, or has been around a while longer. So I'm 3 of them, not naming them, but you probably know who they are. They're not looking at the lens. I'm going to keep harping on this. Look at the lens, not at the screen, whether it's your phone or not. If your lens is here, look at here, because you're going to end up looking, be looking at your audience. If you look at your screen, you're looking cockeyed. It's embarrassing. If you don't know who I'm talking about, it's probably you. I'm having a little fun at your expense. Oh yeah, let's see. Distilled water, kids. Got to use the same water in our blade test, otherwise our variants, we're gonna have too many variants. The only variant we have is fragrance. And the blade. The blade's the important one, because it's the same soap base. Alright, let's look at that face again. Nice and clean. We'll get that blade warmed up. See, with some of these, the bulk of these I haven't tried before in terms of my now 42 videos with this one completing. Other ones I did reviews on, I have tried, depending on which ones. But it's always nice to know when you have alternatives or what you can tolerate in case you're in a pinch and someone says, oh, well, I have this blade, and that blade works for me. If you don't mind, may I have one, All right, brush is wet. That blade should be nice and warm. Yeah, I'm just in a neroli mood today. All right. So while we're at it and we're talking about blades, I was just watching Stallion's latest video with the A&E, it's really the club. I think it's the club. Well, it's the Kaizen-based formula of the Birch Stout. I forgot the full name, but you know which one it is if you're in the know. And he posed a very good question. I want to give him credit for the question and ask it to you. For those of you who watch that are DE shavers, I'm assuming most of you are, because obviously I'm not a straight shaver. So straight shavers aren't going to watch me unless they just find me funny or they like to make fun of me. But point is, I think he posed the question, a blade that you don't get along with normally, can you somehow find a way to make it work better for you involving technique? Like, for example, let's say it doesn't work in a certain razor. Can you on technique make that DE blade work for you? I'd love to hear your responses down below. I'd be most curious. I'll give you my answer. I don't necessarily think so. I'm not saying no totally. But I think, in my experience, blades that haven't gotten along with, if I try them in different razors, like you've seen me with the Shark and the Shark Super Stainless and this Gillette Silver Blue, put them in a Gillette Tech, and really nice, especially the Silver Blue. So I don't think technique comes in as much play as it does the blade and razor pairing. Let's take into account that your prep is roughly the same. You know, let's say you shower first and you shave out of the shower, or I mean, if everything's the same, no matter how you prep. Same if you use a pre-shave, if you're a cold shaver, if you're a warm shaver, you know, warm water shaver, whatever. If everything else is fairly constant, can technique do it alone? I tend to think not. Anyway, let's get into the shave. But I thought it was a cool question, so credit to Stallion for that, because, you know, in straights, it's about technique. It really is. I mean, you still got to hone that edge to get it right. But even an edge, it may not. I'm sure technique can get you through a lot better with a straight razor than it would be with a DE. Because a DE, once you're locked in, you're kind of locked in. But I don't know about, I think it's more the razor than the blade making sense. But there, you're pure blade, so you tell me. Nice. Very comfortable so far. Those first strokes on the cheek, they're very nice. Interesting. I was getting a bloop like the Stallion with the CK1. I guess I dialed it in right. But right now, versus the Barbado, this one, unless I didn't get the prep as good, this is a much smoother blade. Not that the Barbado was bad. You know, I'm really enjoying this one. Honestly, it feels a lot like the Gillette Platinum that not the Gillette Platinum, excuse me. The Gillette Stainless that I'm a big fan of, so I don't know, man. I mean, it's cruising along very nicely. And I certainly think we got something going on here. It's hard to say, you know. We'll see more as we move forward. I was checking the blade for something. See what it's doing. Yeah. All right. So usually where I have initial growth, I have a lot here that gets that second lap, gives it, needs a love there. So at minimum, I'm always a 2-pass shaver for the newer viewers with minor touch-ups. And here I don't have to get a great shave. I just wanted a shave this evening. So it's not I was going to say tonight, but this evening. If anyone's in the Lake Charles, Louisiana, Far East Texas, Beaumont, Orange, Vidor, please evacuate and be safe. If you're anywhere in that Southwest Louisiana, Southeast Texas area, east of Houston, please, dear God. If you're in that I-10 stretch right there, please get out of Dodge. You're looking at a possible Cat 4 hitting any time now. All right, very nice. I really think I got the soap dialed in nicely. Yeah, see there I need to go across some, which we'll hit up. We'll do the neck a full third just to get it right. Well, let's not do extra passes without an extra good layer of slickness there. Ken, what do you say, huh? Talking to myself and you at the same time, kids. Still have that blemish there that I hit. This blemish went down. Still there a little bit, but a lot less than it was. Okay. So that's a good thing. Not looking at, too many openings. And back to Stallion's question, I was just thinking, there are certain techniques you can do, probably riding the cap, things like that, but in terms of good, solid DE technique, can you, mechanically, by movement, make a blade work better in your favor, where you're doing the same amount of passes, not where you feel like you got to do an extra pass that's unnecessary in your normal shaves, things like that? If anybody knows anything about the winter blade, like they know which market it's actually made for, if it's made more for Thailand, is it India? Please let me know in the comments. I know I'm going to have some generalized feedback probably, but the shave feels really good. All right, let's clean up the neck. If you're a 7-Eleven fan, check out Planet 9 if it's available. If you like neroli but you want more hang time in your scent, Planet 9 is what you want. Almost buffing. All right, we're gonna stop here. Little weeper in one of my normal spots I'll have a tendency to hit, which is right around the soft skin on my lip corners. All right, let's rinse that blade off. I really like the shave. This was a well done shave in terms of what this blade gave me. I think I'm definitely close where I like it. But didn't press any, force anything with it. I'm gonna do a little, rinse the brush a little and do a little soap wash. I can hit up some spots, but once the hairs dehydrate, it won't feel the same, so it's good. All right, let's finish rinsing this crap off. Cold water, then we'll get the alums to see where we're at. Wow. Minus a little on the mustache, that's a little heavier. Pretty mild. Pretty to fairly mild. Let's just call it fairly mild feedback from the alum for a freshly shaved face. I think I've only had it one where I felt like I didn't have any alum feedback in any of the shaves I've done. But if I'm having this little, I think it's a really good shave. I mean, it's very little. All right, Lancaster. Lovely smelling soap. Great performing soap. Stallion famously once said, All soaps work. You just got to get them. Well, then I'll borrow. All soaps work. Just get it dialed in right. But yeah, I'm pleased with this. This is a really nice feeling shave. Let's do a little Planet 9. Give you an idea what's in it. Let's see, alcohol, neroli essential water, essential / fragrance oils, and resins, glycerin, hedione, seaweed extract, aloe, neroli absolute, and alum. Alright, so the alcohol's already faded, so I'll let it fade a little more. No real burn. Kids, tip from your Uncle Ken, which I'm taking from Captain Smythe. Unless you like the burn, generally alcohol does dry your skin. Now, aftershaves. This is what Douglas said. Put it in your hand, rub it in, let it sit for 10 seconds. Let the alcohol dissipate a little. The alcohol's there just to kind of thin out and get the ingredients mixed and whatever. It does, yes, give you... There's still alcohol in it enough to, prevent, if you're worried about infections on wounds like in the old days, where you cut yourself. But your skin, I've been doing this. Ever since I've been doing it, with his aftershaves or any others that have good ingredients in it, not just your basic, as much as fine smells great, it's water, fragrance, and alcohol. Your skin will feel better without needing a balm, generally, unless you have super dry skin, if you let the rest of the ingredients do the work and let the alcohol fade so you won't dry out. So I've been doing this a lot lately, rarely needing a balm. Sometimes I put a moisturizer on if I know I'm going to be outside a lot, because that's sunscreen. Otherwise, in the house, I may moisturize later, but I've noticed on days where I don't put something on, my skin feels great, especially if I go outside and I sweat a little. I don't feel all greasy afterwards because I haven't overly moisturized already. So take that into account too. But is the Gillette winner, although I crumpled it up, is the winner a winner? As our friend says on the wrapper. So if you get offered one, try it out. I enjoyed my shave. With that, I'll stop talking. Stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive. Cheers. Two sweet to good brothers and good sisters out there. Champ loves you. I will see you in the next shave. Take care. Bye.